listening to the Sportz Nutz.
Yes, welcome to the Sportz Nutz. It is officially here. Money Lines with the Sportz Nutz starts tonight. We hope you guys had a fantastic day. We got a little somber news we've got to start out with before we get going, and even on the introductions. Our hearts, our thoughts, our prayers go out to all those who are affected in Minneapolis, Minnesota, with the mass school shooting that happened today. The first responders, our hearts go out to them, but especially with all the families that were affected. I believe it was 17 children who were injured and 2 that unfortunately had their lives taken way too senselessly. But our thoughts, our prayers, our heartfelt, everything goes out to everybody in the state of Minnesota, more specifically in the city of Minneapolis. It is a very heartbreaking situation to learn, and it's every parent's worst nightmare is you send your kids thinking they're going to be safe, and unfortunately, this all has become all too familiar nowadays, and we just stop hating each other, stop the hate. That's all we want to do. Guys, we've got a jam-packed episode lined up. Yes, we have so much to get going. Before we go any further, the man sitting next to me, Jody, unmute your mic, man, and tell everybody how you doing, sir.
Hey, everything's good, man. Our thoughts and prayers go out to the first responders and the kids, and man, the parents. Everything like that. Great day. Just what a cowardice act. But me myself, I'm doing well. Took a new job. Everything's looking good. We started up football season. High school and college football season started. So, everything's looking good on that end right now.
Absolutely. Hey, the man sitting below us, Shane, man, what is going on? By the way, first off, if you guys haven't noticed, let's put a poll out there. Let's request that Shane not shave ever again and just let it grow all over the place.
Well, as that poll could probably support me if I don't shave because I got to for the job. That might be a different story. But man, it's been a great day. Got the pass all my tests today, and I'm learning new jobs and new experiences. Well, I guess but all the way up here in the mountains. It got about 74 degrees up here today. It was nice, crisp 50 degrees this morning. So, it's lovely, and it really feels like football weather, you guys. I mean, this is the real first true week that I've seen is real football type weather.
Amen to that. It's makes it so much better. Hey guys, real quick, want to let you guys know what is upcoming because yes, we do still have a schedule to maintain. Friday, we are going to have a jam, and I mean, it is a stacked episode. Then Tuesday, September the 2nd, we have our good friend Ralph Williams of RW Media is going to join the Sportz Nutz to talk. What else? Football. It's back. It's here. And then on Friday, the 5th of September, the Morehead City Marlins, the owner of the franchises of the Collegiate Summer Baseball League, is going to join our show. Can't wait for that one. And then for those who don't remember, we were supposed to have Vince Papali on this Tuesday. It's actually been rescheduled for next Tuesday, the following Tuesday, the 9th of September. Yes, Mr. Invincible himself, Vince Papali, is going to grace the show with his presence, and I can't wait for that one. And then this one is really exciting. Tuesday, September 16th, the head football coach of Wisconsin Whitewater is joining the show to talk to us about the program. As everybody knows, we're about to start up our Other Side of Saturdays, which is covering NAIA, D3, D2, and FCS, and some FBS and historically black college universities. It's all over the place. And then the last but not least, the upcoming Tuesday, September 23rd, the entire ownership, which might include Tim Tebow being on the show, is September 23rd for the Augusta Pro Hockey Team. Yes, they are joining us Oh man, I'm beyond excited about that one. I can't wait. Oh, it's gonna be a jam-packed series. But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we have made it to Money Lines with the Sportz Nutz. Shane, explain the show, kind of give an idea of what this is about, and let's see if we can help our friends earn some extra money. What do you think?
Oh yeah, well. Maybe we will. Of course, as you see the logo up here right now, it's a parlay style kind of deal. I get a little picture photo from a source. We're not going to name any names or any locations because it's not necessarily right. I'm just going to say right. To it not incriminate myself, but it's great to see. And man, football's back. We've got what 91 FBS teams playing in the next 4 days.
Yes.
It's so great to see. But with this new segment, I mean, this is the first episode, Money Lines with the Sportz Nutz. I'm going to go ahead and give everybody a little bit of insight. We're going to cover like the spreads that we see of the top, so many games. We're going to cover probably what we see as the top 5 games every week nationally. Everybody's going to cover them, give their little bit of opinion on them, and we're going to go over point spread over under and see which way that we would go. But we're also going to break down the game just a little bit in that same sense. Because you got to make an educated opinion on this, right?
I love how you said educated opinion. I love that.
We're going to kind of go over that, and then once we go over the top 5, everybody, which we want your feedback as well. We'd love to have a kind of a fan top 2. Kind of, let us know what's the fan choice of the week. For betting odds that we could go over that we would love to share with everybody out there watching, listening, alike. So, but we're going to give 3 of our top highlighted games. May not be national games, but they're going to be highlighted games in our opinion, be it betting wise or just matchup wise. So, man, I'm really excited to get into it, and man, without further ado, Brandon, do you have the picture that you want to show? Kind of where we get some of the information from.
You want me to send you? You want me to post the parlay card? Is that what you want me to do?
Yeah, yeah, just a little photo that I showed you that I sent you, kind of based off of what we're gonna base the odds off of and everything from the show, because it's kind of set in stone as far as the odds go, kind of Tuesday night, just so we can give you guys the best content. We can research everybody's games and all the games in total. You know what I mean?
So this is I'm just gonna quick. That's the one you're talking about right there, right?
Yeah, yep. That one right there.
Let me upload it. Okay. All right. Before we do, look, Shane, this message is for you. Happy birthday to Shane. For those who don't know, today is Shane's birthday. Shane, man, tell everybody how old you are.
Well, I'm a very old but young 36.
Old but young. Old, my.
36 years young, Shane.
Yeah. Well. I get older every day, and I just count each day as an accomplishment. To wake up on this side of the dirt, man, it's the good Lord blessing you.
Yeah,
There's another message for you.
Yeah. Hey, I turned 40 this year, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I wouldn't go back to my 20s or my early 30s for nothing.
All right, it's uploading. Hold on here. It's still loading. It's
yeah. It's just.
There we go.
So
yeah.
Yeah. So everybody check this out. It's just kind of a generalized. Basically every Tuesday morning, something like this is going to come out. And we're gonna highlight the top. It's got 25 this week. I believe next week it's going to have 20 college games, maybe even 15 college games, and 5 to 10 NFL games. So we're just kind of loosely base our opinions on this, which is actually I kind of checked it towards the ESPN bet side. You're looking within a half a point either side. So it might be very educational, but disclaimer here, we're not going to tell you to put any money down on any of these that we're going to talk about.
That's right. I mean, if you want to, you can. We're not telling you should, but we're not telling you shouldn't either. That's just the difference that we have on this show, and we are beyond excited. Go ahead.
Can I go with a little sidebar?
Yes.
A pretty good, Christian group of people, the Robertsons, and they made a big joke out of it on Duck Dynasty or whatever, on that fictitious reality or whatever. But Uncle Si always said that a gentleman's bet is $1. So if you want to, you can bet with your friends. A gentleman's bet $1. Something like that. And we all got a little gentleman's bet going on right now, a signed gentleman's bet.
Oh yeah, got to.
That's right. You have to.
Got to, but as we're talking about getting into the bets, let's go ahead and get into it. I mean, the first game that we're going to talk about this weekend, of course, is going to be number 1 versus number 2, Texas and Ohio State. We're talking about probably one of the biggest games in the horseshoes to open the season, probably in a good while. We're looking at it. Ohio State's opening up as a 2-point favorite here at home. They've lost a lot on their offensive side of the ball. Yes, they have the best receiver, but also they lost their best 2 running backs and their quarterback. So we got to remember that. And Texas is a very talented, still young team that has a lot coming back, and they've got a lot of money putting into their players, as we've mentioned so many times before. So I'm going to say this. We're also talking about over/unders only 48 on this game.
That's strange. I mean, that's a very low number, I feel.
So that's a low number with these two teams, and the explosiveness that you see. But it could be very lopsided towards Texas. It could be very, a 24-21 game as well.
Wow.
But I believe in the latter. Texas just has that much more talent than everybody else. I believe in the college football field right now. As far as the first 2 weeks go. But we'll have to see how they fare off in the long run. But I'm going with Texas here, even against the spread, and I'm going to say I'm probably going to go with the over. I'm not going to put too much money on the over, but I'm probably going to leg it in with a couple little miscellaneous side bets.
I like where you're going on that one, and this game has too many variants, but I agree with you on this though, Shane. Texas is very stacked. We know what Ohio State did last year. They basically bought their national championship with a $20 million roster. We know that. We know kind of the gist of what people are wanting to do with the NFL, especially with Arch Manning. I think, though, I'm going to say it's going to be a 3. I think it's going to be – I'm going to take the points. 3. Okay, I'm going to say it's a 3. But I'm going to say Texas wins like a 34-31 kind of game. So if you count that, I mean, you're talking over 60 points total there. I'm definitely taking Texas by 3. And look, I'm not discrediting Ohio State. I really am not. Ohio State is a very prominent franchise school, whatever you want to call it nowadays, because, we have no idea if it's really a school anymore. It's kind of an employer, basically. But I'm going wholeheartedly on Ohio State losing by 3 to Texas. What say you, Jody?
All right, so it's funny that you bring up Ohio State in this because for a long time I loathed Ohio State simply because the media, the CFB committee, everybody like put them on a pedestal. I really loathe them. I don't want to say the word hate. Like they were my very lowest team. So, however, in the few years of my discussion, and I went to Ohio and I witnessed Ohio for myself and seen it in person. I was, this is beautiful country. It's, I'm not going to call it a Democrat or Republican. I'm going to call it kind of conservative, so much in the middle country. And, not to involve politics, but they have had a big movement on campus as far as Christ and baptism goes. And, they have several groups getting together. The student body and the football body, I mean, they're having baptisms on campus last year, and I hope that's still the same. So, actually, Ohio State, after seeing all that, looking at all that, and reading it, and knowing that it's true, has become my number 2 team. After I loathed them for years, so I'm calling Ohio State by, I don't care about your money line, anything like that. I'm calling Ohio State by 7.
Ooh, okay. So you're giving them. Ooh, that's a.
Yes.
Ohio State's going to win. Then that's what you're saying.
Yes, absolutely. The money line, the over under, whatever you want to call it, I don't think it's going to be a factor in this game. Honestly, that's what I'm going with.
Ooh.
Because
did you hear that, Shane?
Oh, yeah, I heard it. I got in on the right moment.
On this particular game.
I know who Ohio State is because the unranked Virginia Tech team kind of whooped that tail as the number 1 seed. So I know how their opening games are. And I mean, the fact that they're banning Dave Portnoy from the stadium because he flew a banner over the stadium last year that said "Extend Ryan Day" after 3 years of not beating Michigan, and now 4 years of not beating Michigan. I mean, it's kind of like Ohio State's kind of become a cult in my mind, like because somebody that likes the opposing team and that's an analysis and that's getting paid off trying to be as unbiased as they can, which we mentioned last night, kind of deal. I think it's completely ridiculous. Like media's got to take this over and tell Ohio State, like, calm down. Like you won only a couple of national championships in the past few years, so like kind of calm down.
That was my problem with them because the media. That was my problem, but I'm going strictly on a spiritual basis on this one. How about that?
I feel you that gut feeling. It just got you there.
That gut feeling.
So Brandon, I know you're real excited for the next game. Let us know what it is.
So the next game we're going to discuss, it's LSU is taking on Clemson. For those who don't know, LSU, oh man, it's kind of like the battle of who has the better Death Valley. Really is.
Well, that's what they're calling it, the battle of the true Death Valley.
Yeah. It's a big thing on the internet, on TikTok, on Facebook. Let's just call it social media. It's a big thing right now.
And I will tell you this, with me living like 30 minutes away from Clemson, the traffic is already a disaster.
Really?
People are already starting to book the hotels. So the hotels, we're on 123. It's the main thorough that goes all the way to Clemson, right? And hotels all the way up to here, they get like jam packs, like sold out, right? Every hotel is already packed out with Clemson and LSU fans. This is going to be a really tough matchup. And I'm looking at the number. I'm going to go over here.
Yeah, well, looking at the numbers, I'm going to go ahead and get your first thoughts on it, Brandon. With Clemson at a 4-point favorite at home, And then you're looking at the over under right here at 58.
I'm gonna go higher than that.
Kind of a big number. So that's your over under, and you've got Clemson by 4. So let us know your take on it, bro.
I'm gonna say Clemson actually comes out guns blazing. I really do, and I can see. Man, this is gonna be a really. I think this is gonna be a higher scoring affair. I could see like a 45-42 kind of game because we don't know what the Cade Klubnik is going to show up. And if Cade Klubnik comes out and he is red hot, like Red October, oh yeah, you best believe they're going to wax the floor. I think I'm going to take the over. That's what I'm doing too. And I'm going to say Clemson wins by 3. What do you think, Shane?
Well, I've kind of got this going the opposite direction. Like I'm going to take the money line on the under here.
Okay.
Clemson's defense. We haven't talked about it much, and I haven't talked about it much, but they are going to be a force to be reckoned with. They've brought in transfers. They've done everything right this offseason, and to get to where they need to be as an elite defense in the college football playoff situation overall. I mean, you look at Texas, they have the talent. Clemson might be the best team overall.
I'm not going to argue with that either because I think it's a really good matchup.
But I'm going to take Clemson, but I'm going to take the under.
Ooh.
I'm thinking like a 24-14, 24-17 game, like kind of puts you right on the verge of that 4-point swing.
Yeah.
I like that. What do you think, Jody?
That's exactly what I was going to say. I feel like that I'm going to take the under. I feel like this is going to be a game that we're going to carry, I feel like this is going to be a good marquee game that we're going to carry through the first, the second, the half, into the third, and, it's going to show itself in the fourth, and it's going to come down to a little a game time situation. It's going to come down to, I'm not going to call it a 2-minute drill because, I don't want to say I'm a savant on anything. However, I feel like it's going to be potentially
I feel different.
I feel like it's going to be potentially, maybe, I'm not going to say it is going to be one, but one that you may look at for a ESPN Classic. That's how I feel about this game.
Well, I feel like it's going to be a big play game. Like both defenses are going to show up, and it's going to be a big.
I was just going to say the game inside of the game.
Yeah, big play versus big play kind of deal.
You're talking like chunk yardage. We're talking 15 plus, 25 plus, and then you might stall.
We're talking about like 40-yard touchdown type deals, or maybe even a punt return or interception return touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
So
didn't the Clemson just brought in a new defensive coordinator too? Might I add?
That's correct.
He is one of the most stacked defensive coaches. So let's talk about the game inside the game. Shane, you just alluded to it. You may only see 14 or 17 points scored by LSU, which would absolutely wreak havoc in Baton Rouge, with regards to Brian Kelly. But, I'm going to sit here and say the same thing, that this could really be an absolute, defensive minded game. Look, folks, you don't know this. Clemson has 4 players who are rated in the top 5 as far as the draft next year for the defensive side of the ball. We could see one of the best defenses. I mean, I'm still going to stay in mind, but this is going to be a fun game regardless. Can't wait to see what transpires. All right, Jody, there's another game that's coming up. It's so rightfully, it's called the Convicts versus the what now, Shane?
The Catholics.
The Convicts versus the Catholics.
Whoa, you got it backwards. But it's Catholics versus convicts, and it's a great rivalry that we've seen in the history of the college football landscape. But this year it's kind of different. Miami kind of surged on the scene last year with Cam Ward, a transfer quarterback. Now they have probably the biggest and most valuable transfer quarterback in Carson Beck, leading their team out there against a Notre Dame squad that has college football playoff uh, favorite written all over them. I mean,
But then he's coming off Tommy John too. Remember?
yeah,
Yeah.
coming off Tommy John, but yet with their running backs, their offensive linemen. I mean, how many times are they really going to have to pass the ball? But I see this is a closer game than expected in my opinion. Like you've got Notre Dame by 3 points here, even on the road at Miami. Um, Miami is the third, fourth top 10 matchup that you're going to get this week, and it's probably going to be the only one that you're going to get till mid October. But it's great to see. I think this is a game of the truly the over under, which is only at 49 right now.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely taking the over on this one
I'm
for
too.
sure.
I
But
disagree. I agree to disagree. I disagree to agree. And the reason I say that is I feel like this one. I feel like I feel like 3 is right. Um, but honestly, I'm gonna be slightly, I guess, not opinionated on this. I don't have a big opinion on this one. I feel like that this one is unlike I was calling the last game. I feel like this one's going to come down to the final seconds on the 3-point. Is what I feel like,
Ooh.
and I'm going to take the under.
Maybe
okay,
the over.
I'm going to take the under.
We don't know exactly yet what Carson Beck is going to do. We don't know.
We do.
I just don't know about these two defenses.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
That's why I'm going to take the over because these offenses on paper have so much potential.
That's right.
Between the two of them, and so like if defensive minded is going to be all in the first half of the first quarter.
Yeah.
But then after that, it could become a shootout.
Yeah, it's
It
very well
could.
could be. We'll see on that one. All right, so Shane, I want you and Jody to really talk about this one. TCU and UNC, and I know Jody's biting at the bush on this one to talk. So we're going to start with this one. We'll start with him, but then I want to hear your take on it too, Shane, with regards to TCU and UNC. Who do you got, Jody? And kind of give us a detail about it.
Of course, I have UNC, and this is the reason that I want to say UNC. Okay, at the end of the day, UNC has always been for the most part. We'll go back to a few 1 and 2 running backs, but for the most part, has been an air raid offense. And that's what has sold us on a lot of quarterbacks a lot of times because quarterbacks know that they can come in to UNC and throw the ball. And so here's my thing about it. If we got a Freddie Kitchens, I think he worked closely with Baker, during a little bit of Baker's heyday here and there, and, when he was coming up. And you got Freddie Kitchens, he's going to run the offense. But you got Bill Belichick. Let's be honest. Here's the X factor on that. Most people know that Bill Belichick, in my opinion, and most people's opinion, is a defensive guru. However, this is what I think is going to be the X factor that people are not looking forward to or they don't know. We've had transfers come in. We've had portals come in. We've had players move up in the bump. People know that if Bill Belichick gives you the green light, if he gives you the check mark, if he checks off on your list, if Bill Belichick calls or you have him on your resume to go to the NFL, whether you're drafted or undrafted, you're probably going to get the nod. So I feel like that Bill doesn't care who, what, when, where, how is on that field. I feel like that he's put the best men up forward, and already the TCU coach has said, we're looking at some, we got a mobile quarterback that could potentially be starting, and he hasn't named the starter yet. We don't know who's going to roll out day one, series one. However, they're looking at so many Bill Belichick errors. Like they're even looking at the Cam Newton, what little time he had there, and how they treated him on that side. So I'm just saying, there's an X factor that I feel in my heart is going to be above and beyond, because I'm sick of losing as a Carolina fan. So
I mean, we
yeah.
all are.
Well. Let me go ahead and give you a little bit of insight on it, Jody. Man, TCU is a great program, but North Carolina, with the Bill Belichick era starting at North Carolina, uh, a lot of these SEC teams, which is probably going to propel North Carolina to the SEC, are going to look at this because he's treating it as a true professional program.
I
Like,
understand.
like these kids are getting paid. Like
I understand.
they need to know what to do with their money, kind of deal. And he's got insight on it, and he's got knowledge on the football side to propel them over the top.
That's right.
So I'm going, even if TCU wins, I'm saying last second field goal by 3 with a proven offense to make one drive down the field late in the fourth quarter. Uh, I'm going North Carolina on the spread. The over under, also intrigues me at 56. Um, I'm probably going to take the under because I believe this is just going to be one of those gritty games that we're going to see.
I agree. I
I
do
like
agree with
that.
that.
It's going to be one of those. It will be. I'm agreeing with you. I'm taking the under on this one, Shane. But I'm going to say TCU actually wins, though. I
Yeah,
think TCU holds the edge just a little bit.
I'm saying TCU might win, but I'm still going Carolina with this spread, even as tight as it is.
I like that point too. Hey, Jody, real quick, turn your outside light on. We can't see you on the
That's what I was fixing to go do.
screen. So yeah, I just had to do that. All right, so this next one, this hits near and dear to me. I am from the state of Alabama. Okay, and it's Alabama taking on FSU. We know it is so well documented what happened last year with Florida State and how they absolutely bombed literally everything they did. It is and look, Alabama's a 14-point favorite. No, Shane, I'm telling you now, Alabama's going to absolutely mollywop them. I'm saying, give me what is the over under, Shane?
The over under is only 51 on this
Give me
game.
over.
Yes. I am. I'm with you on this. I wish Ben, who was on our other segment on Wednesdays, was here to talk about it because he is a true Alabama fan.
Yep.
Shout out to him for sure, for being an Alabama fan. But as you said, this is a statement game. Like this is Alabama's FSU has had some rumors with all their transfers and everything else. Much has been talked about it with Castellanos, which I probably didn't pronounce it right, but but we'll worry about that at a later date. But man, he's come up talking. So
But he can back
and
his talk up.
but can he really by the numbers? So he's really got to come out this year backing it up, in my opinion. But it's still. Alabama's on the verge of that SEC like top three. As we talk about it, we talk about Georgia and Texas are the top two right now, but Alabama's right there. So that's what we're gonna. That's what I think we're gonna see. I love Alabama with the 14-point spread. Um, I could see the over hitting as well. That one is a little bit more iffy, but I do see the over hitting in that for sure as well.
All right, Jody. I know you were turning the lights on, but I want to hear
I
your thoughts
agree.
on this with Alabama and FSU. Do you think? Tell us what you're giving the score and over and under and that stuff.
I'm going to take the over. I feel like that, honestly, I feel like Alabama has something to prove. I feel like they got to come out and they got to go guns blazing. I feel like that they need to see what their. I feel like that you'll see some. I, I guess I'm going to call. I feel like they got a chip on their shoulder because how they've been knocked down a pedestal here, there, and under. So yeah, I feel like if I had to bet money on it, anything besides a gentleman bet, I would take the over on this game.
I like that too. I really do, and it's going to be a good matchup regardless,
Yeah,
folks.
it is. It is, and I hope honestly because all right, FSU is ACC. I hope that they show up. However,
Don't be
at the end
surprised
of
if
the
they
day,
don't.
I'm not going to be surprised. Do I have a dog in the fight? No. Of course. Do I want to sit out here and yell at the TV over two people that I have no dog in the fight on them? Yes, I want to. Do I think it's going to happen on this one? No. And let's not forget, this is the season that we let 18 to 24-year-olds judge how we feel all year long. So,
That is true. Absolutely. All right, so let's continue on this swing. We each were given three schools that we want to focus on, and my first one, this one is actually pretty. It's pretty intriguing on my end as well. It's Appalachian State taking on Charlotte, and look, App State is favored by 6.5 points. Based on the history and the last time, y'all, Charlotte took on App State. It was a 35-20 win for App State. App State has blown them out pretty much every time except this last game. But that I will also be fair. That was in 2020, so it's a lot has transpired in the 5 years. But I will go ahead and say this: I think Appalachian State is going to get a run for the money to start. I'm going to Shane. Can you tell me what the over under is real quick on the App State Charlotte game?
Well, so far right now, you've got App State as a 4-point favorite, and the over under is a 48. So
Give me the over. I think App State is going to get challenged in the first half, and then they'll wake up and kind of handle their business in the second half. But I'm going to say the over. What say you, Shane?
well, them boom goons, they know how to play
oh boy.
football. It's one of those things that they've been to Ann Arbor to open up the season, and we see that they know how to open up a season. This game against UNC Charlotte, UNC Charlotte has built their program in the past couple of years. This is their they kind of jumped into the Division One kind of thing as being a newer school to the football program world.
Right.
So for what they are and for what they have done in the time frame that they have done it, man, it's great to see them be on this stage.
That's
but
right.
but on this stage, you're going to learn a lesson.
Yeah.
And
That's right.
so I think it could be extremely ugly, and I see this is a disclaimer about the show. Like these are Tuesday odds, because we want to give you all the best content, and we want to research what we're talking about. So these odds are subject to change. If the bet line and the money line goes towards App State, like I think it should, like you're probably looking at by game time, maybe a 21 point
It may be.
spread
It may be.
or higher.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one of the disclaimers that we have. But hey, go ahead and lock it in now because they've got to they've got to honor the bet when you put it in. So
Yep.
that's the biggest thing about putting it in on the national champion and the Super Bowl winner. You lock it in right now. You got better
Absolutely.
odds. So, but I think App State handily in this one. But
What do you say, Jody?
this one kind
I
of biggest Vegas odds swings that I can see in this football season.
I can see
I
it.
feel
What do
like
you think?
I feel like him. You know, I feel like that Charlotte does have something to prove. So are they going to come out and battle? You know, I do feel like they're going to come out and battle the best to their ability. But I had a teacher that was I think it was a social studies or history teacher. Um, and he said that one time overnight they had like 12 inches of snow up there and they did not cancel classes. So that tells you the kind of mentality of them boys. You know, they have something more to prove than Charlotte.
Western North Carolina strong.
Yeah, so I feel I feel like I would definitely take the over on this. Honestly, um once again, let me go back to your regular podunk dude sitting up under his core park, gonna grill some wings and watch some football. I hope it's a game, but I don't think it will be.
I like that. All right, so the next game that I'm going to cover, you guys, is of course my school, University of Hawaii. They're traveling to take on Arizona at Arizona. Arizona is currently listed as a 17.5 point favorite. However, it has changed again because Micah Alejado is going to start. It is been officially announced by Coach Timmy Chang. He did make the announcement. Alejado is going to start. And look, it's well documented though. Also, Hawaii has only won like 3 games under Timmy Chang on the road, so it's not exactly in their the odds are not ever in their favor. However, I'm going to actually give the nod to Hawaii. Shane, give me the over under real quick of Hawaii and Arizona, please.
So the over under is 52, which I can tell you, looking at the spreads and the over unders throughout all the games, other than kind of the blowout games with the FCS schools and the FBS schools.
Yes.
Other than looking at those, it's pretty consistent throughout. It's 48 to 52 points
Give me the under.
per game, but the over under on this game is 52.
Give me the
Uh,
under.
Yeah, I'll take that.
But I do think Hawaii is going to win.
I'll give you the under, and the spread 17. So
I think Hawaii will pull the victory out. I have that feeling. Alejado is a darn good quarterback. We know that. What do you think, Shane?
well, I think as good as a quarterback that he is, it still comes back to the NIL portion of what we've talked about for many episodes before. I think that's a true character of what the sport is. You're talking about a Big 12 school against, basically a Mountain West.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
It's just you're gonna see that much disparity and parity between the athleticism late into that game. Uh, do I believe Hawaii covers the spread? Yes. The over under is in question though. Uh, just because of how Hawaii's defense performed last week. Uh, we mentioned it last night on the show. It's it's just it's just too much for me to put on the under right now with it being a Big 12 team that they're facing because Big 12 has no defense
That's true.
as we've seen in the past. So
That is true.
I'm going to take Hawaii and the spread, but this is my one parlay leg that I could say is going to be a hit or miss. It in whether or not you take the over the under. So I would avoid this one, but I would in my opinion, I'm going to take the under.
I like that. What do you like? What do you say, Jody?
I'm not big on Hawaii anyway, but however, how much local recruiting did they do in any type
A
of
lot.
sense or form? Great.
A lot.
So let's go on this weird factor. If I was a high school coach, right, and I want to recruit a baseball player, okay, you go to South Florida, Middle Florida, they play baseball all year long, right? Because they had the weather for it, right?
Mhm.
Same thing
Oh,
in the
yeah.
same sense with Hawaii. So that's why I feel like I would take the under on Hawaii. That's all I got because I feel like after you said that they took some local recruiting and do they have? I don't want to say they have something to prove, but they have something to stand by. So even if they lose, if they cover, if they beat the odds, it's already a leg up for them. So I'm going to take the under on this for definite. I can't claim a winner, but I don't think that they get their bottoms beat. How about that?
I can also tell you this: Nevada is considered the ninth island, and Arizona is actually considered the 10th island for Hawaii because the island chain is Hawaii is 8.
Yeah.
So they do get a lot of their recruits from Arizona, Nevada, as well as like the Pacific Rim. So shout out to that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And my
Okay.
last one I'm going to go here: Northwestern and Tulane. Tulane is a 4.5 point favorite. I'm going to take Tulane. Shane, we had Maddie on.
6 point favorite.
Oh, so it's gone up.
Yeah. On my end, yeah, 6 point.
Well, I'm going to go with Tulane on this one. Absolutely going to go with Tulane.
Yeah,
Maddie,
over under only at 47 on this game too, though.
I'm going to go over though because Maddie came on our show. She told us about the quarterback Ratsup that came in, and dude, I'm telling you guys, don't sleep on Tulane. Tulane is going to turn some heads. What do you think, Jody?
Why are you saying that Tulane is going to turn some heads? Because honestly, I don't have any opinion on this, so I'm fixing to go blind draw, blind pick. So tell me,
Tulane has won. They've played in several New Year's Six bowls.
okay,
They
yes,
have been
I
mentioned
understand
in the
that.
college football playoff.
Yeah.
They are favored to win the American this year.
I'm a high on Tulane. Like
Yeah, we are
Tulane should get it done.
Yeah, we're very sold on Tulane. So
They do
pick
their
your
job.
blind
They
pick.
get it done.
Oh my gosh! All right, do I got to pick? All right, so all right, here we go.
Tulane Northwestern. Let's go.
Okay, all right. Here we go. All right.
Tulane 6 points over under 47. Let's go.
Okay, so all right, so I'm gonna take. Oh man, great day, blind pick. Here we go. I don't care. I don't have a dog in the fight. Gentleman's bet. Who's got it? Gentleman's bet. Who's got it?
I got you with one.
All right. So, oh man,
Come
I'm
on
going
now.
Northwestern. I'm gonna go Northwestern, and I'm gonna go under.
Okay, Shane, real quick. You give yours and over under. I kind of
I'm
know where you're going, but
I'm going to go Tulane on this. Money line.
Okay.
Money line's a show. I'm going to go Tulane money line, which that means they're going to beat the over, but they're
Yeah.
going to lose on the spread.
But we got our gentleman's bet on our one side, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
all right, all
yeah,
right.
yeah,
That's all that matters to
yeah,
me.
yeah. We got that. So, just for time constraints, I want to say that. But Jody, I want to get your opinion on the Colorado Georgia Tech game.
Oh yes.
I'm taking Georgia Tech over.
Uh,
Period.
oh, really?
Yeah. Period. Like
Well,
I
well,
don't care.
I'm with you. I'm high on the Georgia Tech train. Hayes is a great quarterback.
The Haynes
Uh,
Bros. Yeah.
yeah, and I mean it sounds like a billboard that you're going to see on what's that
Yeah.
285. But it is what it is, and I think that they're a great school. But I'm interested to see what they can do in the elevation. Like I heard a lot of people talk
Yeah.
about. Brandon, what are your thoughts on it as well?
I think I'm gonna take Georgia Tech, but I'm gonna take the over actually
Oh wow.
because
I'm not
What is
disagreeing
South
though.
Carolina? I'm about to say what's that? What does Colorado have now? They don't have
Yeah.
really a quarterback now. They don't really have this quote generational player in
Yeah.
Travis Hunter.
You
So
think?
This is where
I
we're
think
at.
You think? You
yeah,
think?
but we haven't seen it yet. I would
That's
not be
right.
surprised if Colorado absolutely bottoms out. That's just kind of what they've done for so many years. So
Oh
I'm
yeah.
taking
But we
Georgia
don't
Tech over
know.
on this.
Yeah. We don't
We
know
will
though, right?
know. Yeah, that's true. We don't
We will
know.
know soon.
That's right. We will know soon. Shane, what's the next question you have, please?
Okay. Well. See, I'm going to go into my three games,
Okay.
and I've got a few of them. Uh, man, starting off Thursday night, we've got Nebraska and Cincinnati. Dylan Raiola, we've always seen him as a second coming to Patrick Holmes because
Oh boy.
because he is kind of quote unquote the lookalike kind of
God,
talent
is he
behind
ever
him.
too?
Yeah, and he said that it's not on purpose, but quit wearing the same sunglasses as him. Kind of deal, but that's going to be a good game. You've got Nebraska as a 6 point favorite here. The over under at 52. Um, I think Cincinnati being the home team, it might be a little bit closer, but I believe that they cover on both ends here. Especially being a Big 12 kind of conference, as we've talked about before. Second, I got Coastal and UVA. Uh,
Ooh.
Coastal is kind of been up there in the same conversation with App State
Yep.
here in the past few years with Liberty as well in their conference. I think that's going to be a good one to measure up both teams to see where they are at completely with their, it's the talent level that you're going to see in the top of the Sun Belt uh, for a lower tier team in the ACC. But you're going to see where Tony Elliott has his program third year in kind of deal as well. So and then the third game, which I want to get everybody's opinion on, is kind of the bird brawl at the Bends that we've talked about. South
Oh,
Carolina's
I'm ready to tell you this one.
yep, South Carolina's 7 point favorite here. The under over is sitting here at 52 as well. So I think South Carolina with Faison and Attaboy, Attawood, or whatever you want to call them, running the rock with the North Sellers as well. I
Yeah.
mean, that's a three-headed monster.
Yeah.
I could see monster rushing numbers, especially after Virginia Tech, their linebacker.
Could be a fun
Uh,
game.
No, it's going to be a betting game
Yeah, it's gonna be a fun
overall,
game.
and that's kind of what we're talking about. So, I would definitely take South Carolina and the over with a 10 to 14 point win here for
Ooh.
sure on a Sunday night, and that's coming from a Virginia Tech fan.
Oh, just so you guys know, they haven't played
I,
since 14.
yeah, I don't know if I would take the over though. I would
No.
almost take the under because of the lack of Virginia Tech's offense against a team like South Carolina on paper, but the lack of their defense is going to be the big key here.
I'm gonna say the under as well. However, I'm gonna say it's gonna be a closer match. I say South Carolina wins by 3. That's my thoughts. Just because, for people don't realize also, it's been since 2014 was the last time Virginia Tech played South Carolina, and people have also said they should be playing each other more, and I agree 100%.
Yeah, me too.
It's been since 2015 that Virginia Tech's actually been good. So
That's true. That is true. But I'm gonna still say South Carolina wins by 3, but I'm gonna take the under. What do you think, Jody?
Yeah. I'm going under on that as well. I'd love to see USC pull that out. When is it my time to pull my big 3? My big 3 games.
Go ahead.
Oh yeah. Okay. So I'm going Texas, Ohio State. Okay. As one, I don't know what to call it. Okay. I really do not know what to call that. Honestly, if you are betting with your friends, I would call straight up on that. If you're betting with your friends and just having a good time. If you want to go, my second big game is LSU and Clemson. I'm going to call. Great day. My heart wants to call Clemson and say over, is what my heart wants to say. And the last big game is going to be UNC and TCU. I'm going to call over, and I'm going to call whatever you want to say. UNC pulls it out. Those are my big 3. And so I'm going to go Ohio State. I'm going to go Clemson. I'm going to go UNC. I don't care what everybody else says. UNC to the ACC championship, and then a bid on the bubble to get into the committee to be a chance to get into the playoffs. So that's where I'm going.
Better. I'm going to timestamp that. We got to timestamp that right now, Shane.
Take it.
8:28 Eastern Standard Time on August the 27th. Jody has called it. UNC is going to be in the college football playoff.
That's big hopeful. That's big. No, I said UNC on the bubble for a chat.
I got you. Gentleman's bet right here.
Hey, hold on. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. How you reverse this camera? All right, look. You already know how my outside carport looks. I got all the, and I got all that up there. But you guys see this right in here? Right beside it is going to be you guys daggone frame with your signed dollar bills that you had the UPS send me. That's all I want to say. Anybody in the comments who wants to go with it, let's go with it. Let's have some fun, man.
Hey, I'll go ahead and sign it.
Signed, stamped, sealed, delivered.
Oh no, Shane. Your butt's going to have your own frame up here because we're best friends. So you're going to have your own frame up here.
I love it. Guys, let us know what you think in the comments for all of our wonderful selections. We've had a lot of engaging comments and a lot of engagement in general. We really had a lot of fun with this episode. I'm excited for the next episode. Just want to let you guys know real quick, we discussed today Texas, Ohio State. I'm taking Texas. Jody, who are you taking? Ohio State?
Ohio State.
Shane, who are you taking? Hook 'em horns, Texas. Then the next one was LSU and Clemson. I'm taking Clemson. Shane, who are you taking?
Clemson by landslide.
And Jody, what about you?
Clemson.
All right, and then the next one was Notre Dame in Miami. I'm saying Notre Dame by a real quick one. What do you think, Shane?
Oh yeah, for sure Notre Dame with their offensive prowess that they have.
And Jody,
Absolutely.
what about you?
100% concur with Shane.
I like it. And then Jody, we already know he's taking UNC. I'm taking TCU. Shane, who are you taking?
I'm going to go TCU, but man,
no money line, no nothing. Go straight up, bro. Go straight up.
Hey, 3 points. 3 points. That's what we're talking. You win by 3. I win by 3. It don't matter. It's a wash.
Our gentleman's bet is $1 on this daggone wall for straight up.
No, not straight up.
No, one on 100 straight up.
3 and 3. 3 and 3.
Wash it out.
Hey, listen, we ain't going to talk about that one that we watched at your place, Virginia Tech, North Carolina.
Well, that's why half of my craps broke around here after that game.
I love it. All right, real quick, Alabama, FSU. I'm taking Alabama easily, like dominating fashion. Shane, yes or no? What do you think?
Yeah, Bama dominating. Like, they got something to prove, as Jody said before.
I like it. And Jody, what do you think? Bama or FSU?
I hate as much as I hate to say it. I feel like Bama's going to poop on them. That's just how I feel.
Yeah, it's gonna be an absolute shellacking, hands down. Look, guys, we're not gonna go through all of them because we're coming on time. Real quick, want to let you guys know about Friday's episode. We're gonna talk some NFL talk. We're talking football. We're talking basketball. We're talking Major League Baseball. Our good friend John from the Pitch Grid podcast is coming on.
A little bit of everything.
A little bit of everything. Our good friend John is coming from the Pitch Grid podcast to talk to us about the soccer world. We can't wait for that one. Shane will have a sports story. I think Matt will have one as well. We have, of course, our honorable mentions. Let everybody know about the fantasy football. And we're going to also talk about Little League Baseball, because I'm really excited about that one. We just have a whole bunch. Literally, guys, I'm going to show you. It starts right about there, and it goes, and it goes, and it goes, and it goes. As you guys see,
hopefully we got enough time.
Yeah, as you guys see, it's going to absolutely be a fantastic Auburn, Notre Dame, Clemson. Cash that 3 team. That is to our according to our good friend Jerry White. Guys, we've had an absolute fantastic episode. Thank you to everybody who tuned in, everybody who commented. We really do appreciate it. Jody, let everybody know your goodbyes, please, sir.
Look, I love you guys. Shout out to those families and everybody that's, going through things right now. We really are sympathetic. We're sympathetic to the first responders that had to witness and look at those things. We're sympathetic to the friends, man, the friends in the school, and we're sympathetic to, everybody that's involved, grandparents, parents, aunts, uncles, we really are. And listen, I love you guys for having me on. And, hey, listen, on Monday, cheer on your Tar Heels, even if you don't like them. Okay? Love you guys.
You would say that too. Real quick before I go to Shane, I'll let everybody know that there is a story out there from a 5th grader who, unfortunately, his best friend, they did kind of practice what was to happen. His best friend jumped on him, saved his life. His best friend is fighting for his life, so keep them in your thoughts and prayers. And Shane, what do you tell everybody, sir?
Oh man, well, as Jody highlighted, man, everybody that's been affected by this horrible tragedy that has happened. Y'all are in our thoughts and prayers for sure. Nobody wishes this, but it seems to happen. But hey, it's and it's in a plan that's greater than what we can imagine. So, as always, may the good Lord bless you, and peace, love, and bacon grease.
Peace, love, and bacon grease. As in our good friend Matt would always tell you also, don't get flagged on the game of life. Don't drink, don't drive. And if you feel like you need to have an adult libation, call a ride share or do it at home. Either one. Just don't get flagged. And as I always tell you guys, peace up. A-Town down Weiss, the greatest sports city there ever was. We will see you on Friday with our jam-packed episode, 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Until then, you guys have a wonderful evening and enjoy this outro, and good night.